All I know is this violates every canon of respectable broadcasting.
How are you?
Hey, who wants to help me get this recorder out of here? I need some muscle over here.
You are listening to Blame Your Brother.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody, once again to Blame Your Brother. This is episode 126. We are back once again, ready to deliver you all the greatness. Third best podcast in Nashville, as voted by the readers of the Nashville scene. And we stream this show every Thursday night, 8 p.m. So come hang out with us or download the podcast the following day, however you want to get it. But if you want to come hang out, that would be cool as well. There are three of us that come to you each week. I am 1/3 of that trio. I am David, a.k.a. D-Brew, voice of the people, Mr. 40%, Glenn Jackson. I am joined by this guy who sits to the left of me. It's my brother. It's Lee.
What up, everyone? Reporting in for Blamer duty, the one and only LeBron Safety Pin.
And then we got this guy that sits over to the right of us. Almost needs no introduction, but it is John.
John here, a.k.a. Tico, a.k.a. Mr. Groupon, Mr. PTI, the madman.
They got John Tortorella, a madman. They do have a madman. Okay, he's a madman.
There we go. So that's three of us. David, Lee, John. We're going to be with you for the next hour or so. So hang in there. And, you know, every week we, we say things that offend people that maybe aren't correct, maybe aren't factually, 100% there. So we give this chance for us to apologize, to, make retractions, omissions, whatever you want to do. So, Lee, we always start with you. What do you need to apologize for last week's
There was a big one that I dropped the ball on, and that was giving the Atlanta Falcons a Super Bowl victory. I should have known better.
Mm-hmm.
So I apologize for that.
Okay.
No Super Bowl for the Atlantas. I think they won the NFC Championship. Dirty Birds winning with teamwork. So I was slightly confused. And for you, David, I'm just going to go ahead while I'm here. There's a couple apologies that I just want to run down.
Go ahead.
You need to apologize for being a Fortnite player. You need to apologize for ripping the guest. And then you need to apologize for cutting the guest off at the end of the show.
I cut him off?
That's what I wrote down.
I don't think I did. But I will not apologize for any of those things.
Okay.
Because my job, if you didn't know, is an entertainer. It's what
Here
I do.
we go.
I entertain. I'm less concerned with.
This part of the show is brought to you by Shovels.
If we're not, when we have guests on, we want to be cool with them. We had Mary Mays on last week. Obviously, that's what you're talking about. Thanks.
Great episode too.
Yes,
if you didn't see it, you should definitely go back and listen to that one.
But everyone that wrote me this week said it was great because of me, because I kept it real. I'm not.
I always ask myself, what would Mike Fly say?
Yeah.
Mike Fly wrote you too.
He did.
He came around.
He did.
That's
he said
awesome.
He appreciated me taking jabs at Mary at the beginning of the episode by insulting her profession, and then at the end by insulting maybe what I thought her intelligence level would be. So
wow. you're just throwing yourself. I gave you the chance to apologize.
For the record, I believe all three of us gave her grief about her food choices.
Yeah, well, those were pretty terrible. But that's what I do. I keep it real. I keep it 100, as they say. So
100.
100. Yeah. I think Michael Anthony said we got some obscure fact wrong, but who knows?
Nobody
John,
knows what it is.
What about you, John?
I do have to make an apology. Apparently, it was brought to my attention that I had some disparaging comments towards the fast food industry. So all you fry cooks out there.
Oh, no.
Many apologies.
Because if there's one fan of fry cooks, it's definitely you, right?
Oh, I love fry cooks.
Okay. Just making sure.
I would say they're my bread and butter, but you don't really fry bread and butter, do you? No,
I'm sure at a state fair somewhere.
What is happening right now?
Okay, anyway, that's
I'll be apologizing for that comment next week.
There you go. Appreciate it. So, all right, well, that's it. But yeah, we had Mary Mays on last week, and she was phenomenal. Great guest, one of the greatest of all time, according to people that wrote in and everything and got in touch with us. So please go watch her on WKRN. She does the weather on the weekends and sometimes during the week, and she's just a fabulous person, very positive, had a great spirit to her. So, thank her so much for coming on. And a lot of people listen because of that. So it's always good that we got some new listeners, new viewers this week. Who knows? We'll see.
But I do have to go back 1 second and just apologize. Obviously, the snow dome is a thing. It was in full effect for the past 2 weeks. They've called for snow. Domed.
Hey, I've never heard of the snow dome, but Jason Steen of Scoop
I can't
Nashville
believe you never heard of the Snow Dome.
delivered to and said Nashville doesn't get snow.
It's like because it's the way it's located, the geography.
It just seems that would be science. Why is that like debatable?
I mean,
I
it's
don't
not
know.
a
I
literal
don't know.
dome, obviously.
No, I know, but
It's
I'm
not like
saying,
the Chinese
yeah.
have come in and constructed a glass tower on top
maybe
of
they
America.
did. Who knows? But anyway, thanks, Mary, for coming on the program. We really, really appreciate it. So go check that one out if you haven't. It was a good one. All right, well, I guess we'll get going here, get started. So, John, did you do anything this week that stood out?
I bought some stuff using our Amazon affiliate link.
Nice. How do you do that?
Well, if you go to one of our mini pages, either blameyourbrother.tv or bybpod.com, there's an Amazon affiliate link. You click on that, buy stuff, and it'll help out the show.
There you go. So you bought a bunch of stuff for what? Your torture dungeon?
Yes. I mean, no, not that. There's no such thing as a
There are
torture.
things you don't want to see.
Right,
in life.
right.
Anyway, no,
No, I don't want to see that ever.
Yeah, as many of our listeners know, I've got a little girl on the way, and I'll have a little bit of time off for that. And I plan to kind of redo my backyard, kind of make it more hospitable for parties and stuff.
So your wife in the chat says, "Oh boy, what did you buy?" So, did you go off the reservation here and just start buying?
It was supposed to be a surprise.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a surprise.
Oh my
Oops. I forgot that. It's sad that I forgot this, but our number one fan happens to be my wife, and always the first in chat, last one to leave, and yeah, surprise, honey.
Wow, what a moment!
I love the way you guys spend your paternity leave. Just, we got pro Fortnite player over here. We got Outback John.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing stuff to better my property at home.
Me
so.
too.
Yeah, taking care of that baby. I can tell. Good job, guys. Y'all are the reason the rest of us Joes don't get paternity leave. Just so you know. Thanks.
I don't.
You got nothing to say.
No, I
can't.
could go on for 35, 40 minutes about it.
All right, just give us 30 seconds then.
I mean, I was there with my daughter the entire 3 months. My wife actually went back to work 2 months in, so I spent an additional month with the kid.
A poor guy.
But I'm just saying, like, I was definitely
You dropped a whole rank, didn't you?
Bust out the violence for this one.
Well, no, he's saying we didn't. I didn't spend any time with the kid. It's like, no, I did.
I'm not saying that. Obviously, a couple minutes here
What
and
would
there.
you have people do? You want them to just sit with the baby 24 hours a day? I mean, you're crashing our party.
Okay, I'll tell you.
What are you supposed to do?
I'll tell you. Okay, so your wife just went through 9 months of a
Okay.
huge ordeal, and then like probably a day to even longer of grueling pregnancy pains and birthing.
Okay.
She needs some time off. Yeah, you need to take care of the baby.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Okay.
I'm confused here. Did you take leave? Did you let your wife go do stuff?
Oh yeah.
You
I
took
was,
leave?
Of course.
How long?
It was sporadic. I'm not like you.
Interesting.
I'm not like you guys.
Interesting.
I didn't really get like a long stretch or anything.
See, this is what happens. The old those who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. You are the example of that to the T. Like, you literally came after us. Now your house is in shambles. You don't have a house anymore because you took the bricks and you broke it.
Shards of glass.
Yeah, just shards of glass. So.
Okay, whatever.
So anyways,
We'll
Outback Jack, you want to talk about that anymore? Or
not now that I realized that.
Well, are you glad I said something then?
Yeah.
I was like, Spidey senses are tingling here. Something's not right.
Might have kept going off the rails on that one.
Right. So, all right. Lee, what did you do this past week?
So I got two things. First, I have just a statement, and then I need some advice from you guys. So I'll start with the statement. I just want you guys to know that the world is about to be introduced to a new beat producer. So I've started down the path of beat producing.
Okay.
I went to the store. I bought a MIDI keyboard. I downloaded some software. I figured out how to program some drums on a computer. You have no idea, man. I can't wait to see you guys' face when you hear this.
And a completely unrelated story, Lee canceling headphones have gone on sale.
Okay, whatever. You'll see. You know what? I'm immune to the hate. Okay, it doesn't matter. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. I've been in the lab. I've been busy pinning a pad.
All right.
Got the headphones on.
Who's your influences? Who beats influence you?
Chump change.
When they ask me in the future, I'm going to say I influenced myself. Okay?
But who have you turned to?
That's what I'm saying. This is stuff the world is not ready for.
No one's ever done this before?
No one.
Wow, okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
it's kind of like a mixture of like Stomp and
well, Stomp has been done before.
Stomp.
So there's your influence.
Bad example, bro.
It's kind of like a mixture between Stomp and Cats, but alley cats.
People want to know when they are going to be able to hear this.
I'm still working on it.
How
I'm still
long?
Working on it. I don't know.
No, we need a date.
How's that beat start going?
That's good. I'm gonna have to use that. If you could come record some of those, I need those samples.
I got you, man.
Look, first off, you can't rush greatness. Okay, so if you have to wait 6 years, it's gonna be okay. Because when you first hear it, it's gonna be like a religious experience for you guys. Okay, so just give it time.
What's the advice?
Satanism is a religion as well. So
hey, they're
was
making a strong
the Davidian branch. So
there you go. Okay, so
2 weeks in a row we mentioned that.
Yeah.
So the advice that I have is I have a holiday party for work coming up. It's January, so it's a little late.
And so you're obviously going to spend this with your family.
Yes,
that's what you do.
I'm confused. You're having a
holiday.
What holiday?
Like
super late Christmas.
Well, Christmas / Hanukkah / Kwanzaa.
Wow. Nobody at your company celebrates Kwanzaa. Just stop it.
Um,
that is such a thing. People go, oh, happy Kwanzaa as well. You don't know one person that celebrates Kwanzaa, so stop that already.
You might not even be able to spell Kwanzaa.
Probably not.
Just because I don't know anyone that celebrates Kwanzaa doesn't mean that I cannot you can't have a party that celebrates it, okay? First off.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, like, there's a lot of pitfalls to holiday parties, like office parties pretty much. I'm sure you've heard of them all. Overindulgence.
Yes, getting drunk, saying things you shouldn't say, blah, 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 blah.
So what's the advice on that? Do you have anything? Because, it's kind of like a mixture of like socially awkward, like people usually work and then you're there.
You know what's great?
Social
what's
setting.
great? We have an advice guy right here on the show. John is Dear John. Of Dear John. We have John of Dear John here. He's going to be able to give you some advice.
I was kind of hoping for advice from you, David, but I'll take John.
Let's see what John has to offer here.
Well, first and foremost.
It's a double feature of Dear John because I'm going to tell you what. If you're listening right now, you need to keep listening until the end. This Dear John we have this week is one for the ages. But anyways, this is a softball. Go ahead.
I mean, the easiest fix to this is to not drink. But let's honestly, that's
it's
pretty
okay.
not an option.
It's Saturday after 5 o'clock, so that's going to be happening anyway.
Yeah. I think they ought to invent an app where you can like hold up your phone and say stuff into your phone when you're drunk, and then that way it'll like tell you whether or not it's okay to say that.
It's not bad. I mean, it'd be some quite some technology you'd be developing there.
Yeah.
Start
here's
developing
what
an
you do.
app before this weekend.
I would
Okay,
just
thanks,
say, drink enough to become numb to the situation, but don't drink enough where you become social man that you're known to become Lee. That's what you do. I mean, just go, knock back a couple of drinks, just sit in the corner, kind of relax, man. Don't really talk to too many people. I mean, unless you like these people.
cool.
I don't know what your relationship is.
What you could do is have, you have designated drivers to get you home.
Yeah.
You need a designated talker. Like somebody that's there with you, like a buddy system.
Yeah, that's true.
That is sober, that can be like, no, you can't say that.
Well, someone said about your app that John came up with. How would you actually listen to the app, though, if you're that drunk?
Probably not.
Okay, well, there you go.
But people will buy the app. It'll make money.
Angelie just shot your app down. It's done. She killed it. One shot there. One shot, one kill. That's what I'm saying. I don't know your
Have you ever had any office party snafus yourself?
No. Well, no.
Have you ever known anyone?
I went to a wedding that was work-oriented. It was definitely...
Yeah, I've heard. I think
definitely
we told
bad.
this story
Yeah.
a couple of times.
Ended up
You
puking.
got this big guy.
I just ended up puking in the bathroom, and it was awkward. So, I mean, you got to go in the next day and face the people, but I don't know, whatever.
I mean, I think the problem a lot of times is a lot of people don't get out of the house a lot, especially people that have family. So they don't really ever indulge. They don't ever drink.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't know what to expect, and they're kind of blindsided by the drunkenness. I don't think I'll have that problem.
I don't think you'll have that problem either.
Hopefully.
I think you have a completely different list of problems.
So they're doing a white. Thanks.
Uh-oh. Oh boy.
They're doing a white Santa, white elephant, dirty
White
Santa.
So
So last year I ended up with a a German PC shopper magazine from 1983.
That's terrible.
Only one person, the owner of the company, bought a lame gift, and I ended up with it. What should I do this year?
I had one. I had one of these parties a few weeks ago, and what I got a Bluetooth headset as the gift that I gave. And so, what my rule of thumb is: get something that you wouldn't mind buying for yourself,
and just pick your own present. Really, you could do that.
But then people can still.
Well, make it something only you would like.
Okay, I like
and
that.
And so then you pick your own present and just go, oh, man, this is awesome. Everybody's like, that's kind of lame.
Get them a framed copy of a BYB 24-hour marathon.
I mean, honestly, just get something you would like and just pick that present. And if somebody gets it, you just steal it from them. No hard feelings. I mean, some people say that's really not supposed to do that, but I don't know.
I mean, I would say that's lame.
Well, my thing is where I work, it's mostly women that work there. So it was my gift or like perfume or lotion or something. And so, I mean, yeah, I'll just shoot for my own gift.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, those things are terrible. I mean, number one, Raquel Red just said, whenever you go to an office party or work party, it feels like you're still at work. You know, there is that, you just have that heavy feel of being at work. You can't be yourself too much. That's where the confusion becomes, because your work self is kind of mixing in with your social self, and usually those are two different things.
Worlds collide.
Yeah, so it's a bad situation. Really, I would prefer there not be office parties.
I mean, it's optional, I guess.
Well, then I wouldn't go. If you didn't tell us that, I wouldn't go. That'd be my number one suggestion.
Okay, even if office parties are optional, you do still get kind of frowned on, don't you?
Do you care?
But I mean, that's kind of.
I think it depends. If you got that job where you like are there in the office 5 days a week and you don't show up to the party, yeah, it's kind of it probably would be frowned upon. But if you work more, if your job's more satellite, where you're not always in the office all the time and you don't go, I think you get away with it a little easier.
Yeah.
What about those jelly beans that taste bad?
Yeah, that's great. You know what?
Bean boozled.
Bean boozle somebody.
You know what your ultimate cop out is? You have a daughter and she was sick that night. Oh, well, man, she's not feeling good, guys.
No,
sorry, can't make the party. Hope they don't listen to this.
We have a babysitter that night.
So your wife wants to go.
I'm sure.
You're screwed then. I don't know what to tell you. Leave early, as someone said in the chat. Leave early.
I mean, that's not a bad. There is a jazz club around the corner. So actually, no, it's at a different place. Never mind. There's no hope.
Well, there you go. Is that it? That's your.
Thanks, guys.
Good. You could have somebody call you and pretend that's the babysitter.
John, I'm a grown man. I don't need someone to call and pretend for me to leave.
I'll do it for you.
I could just get up and leave. I could just not go, for that matter. But thanks.
Well, that would save face.
Okay, I will
you
call.
You just asked about saving face, did he not?
Okay,
yeah, he did. That was.
I will call you and say, "Okay, John, I need you to fake calling me, and then just call me back." That's a great advice. It's a lot like an app where you talk drunk too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there you
I like
go.
it. Okay. Maybe that's the app we need.
It's called Having Friends.
The fake calling app.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, okay, there you go. Well, this past week for me, you have a year and you hope everything goes well. Past week, one of the greatest weeks of all time. Because this year,
if he says Tom Brady,
this year, a lot of people were down on one of my heroes of life. They were down.
People were treating me really bad. Thank you for
you can see right here. This is Tom Brady hat I'm wearing. And you know what Tom Brady did this week? He silenced every hater in America.
I wouldn't say every hater.
Every hater. He won. He got back to the Super Bowl again for the third year in a row. So all you people that hate Tom Brady, and there's tons of them on social media, you can all kiss off, because this guy is here to stay. I've told you before. I'll preach it again. He's an American hero as far as they go. He's good looking. He's rich. He's successful. He's married to a supermodel. He has kids. He's a family man. The guy does nothing wrong. And yet everybody comes out and goes, this is the year he's done. This is the year
I really
he gets
thought
traded.
he was
They said he was going to get traded earlier in the year. They literally said the Patriots were going to trade this guy away. Like, how dumb. This is why this year I took a vow to really enjoy football. Like, I love football, like, more than I should. I did 3 things this year to enhance my enjoyment of football. Number 1, I quit playing fantasy football, which is a big must if you really just want to enjoy the games. 2, I stopped watching any sports talk, those stupid shows where they debate each other and they just who's the greatest? It's Michael Jordan. Oh, it's Kobe Bryant. Oh, it's Kobe Bryant. It's Michael Jordan.
I like
or
what you're doing
LeBron.
right now.
You know, like
Yeah,
that.
got
Just,
it.
you know, back and forth. And I stopped listening to local sports talk radio.
I thought he was going to say he changed his uniform on his Fortnite player to make
Yeah,
him
you
look like
go.
Tom Brady.
I don't have that skin. But and so I enjoyed football, but I really enjoyed it because Tom Brady, my guy, is back in the Super Bowl again. And when he wins, it's going to be amazing. He's going to have more than any franchise. People want to sit back and want to talk about Deflategate like that. You idiots think that this guy, the reason he was so successful his entire career is because a ball was deflated a fourth of a pound of psi. You're so dumb if you think that. The
It's
guy
not
could
the
throw
fact that it was
the
the
guy
fact that
could
he
throw a
cheated.
He could throw a basketball through a hoop wearing a top coat. Whatever Scaramucci said. That guy's actually on a Big Brother celebrity.
I'm
But
sure he
anyway,
is.
which is airing this week. But anyway, I'm so happy Tom Brady's back. I love it. Everybody in Tennessee hates the guy. I don't understand why. I understand everybody in Tennessee, you're used to losing, as Lee, I believe, said one week, which is true. Titans suck. The Vols suck. Vandy sucks. I mean, we're losers. So sometimes losers get other losers around them. And I understand that. My advice to all you, get a winner around you.
That makes
okay?
that makes a lot of sense to
Get a-
who I
get
choose
a-
my friends to be.
Yes, exactly. And we're here with you too. So get a winner around you. Life gets better. That's my advice to everybody this week, okay? But besides that, I want to do every week, if I watch a great movie, I want to come in and...
Wait, we got to be able to ask you a couple of questions.
So, okay,
here.
go ahead.
Are you wearing a Tom Brady hat
Yeah.
and a Titans jersey?
Yeah.
I just don't even...
I like Tom Brady more than I like the Titans. That's
Okay,
how
look,
I rank
first
them.
off,
So Tom Brady's the top, the hat, and then the Titans
rest.
are the jersey. Yeah.
What kind of shoes you put on with that outfit?
What kind of shoes I'm wearing?
Yeah, like some Colts?
No, like Nikes,
Okay.
the official sponsor of the NFL. Isn't that? Weren't people boycotting Nike?
Yeah, they're
'cause
burning them
yeah, that's right,
on their
yeah.
feet and stuff.
Well, I haven't burned mine
Okay,
yet.
let me just say, I really thought Tom Brady was done. I saw him laying on the ground
Mhm.
with tears in his eyes. He was looking old. And I don't have to say, you're right, man. I didn't think he would be back. I thought he was done.
Of course.
At this point, how many more years does he have in him?
If he wins this year, he might just say, I'm done. I mean,
No
but they say
way.
he's got 2 more years
He's
left.
not a quitter.
No, but you go out on top like that. That's a great way to go. That's the way you want to end your career, like Jerome Bettis did, and a few other players. Peyton Manning. You win, you're out. That's
Yeah.
it. How many more is he going to win, dude? You won 6 if you win this year.
So the chat is saying Tom Brady is nothing without Belichick.
Mhm.
And I think there's some truth to that.
Oh, yeah.
What would you reply to that?
I mean, he only threw 50 touchdowns in one season, but I guess Belichick was out there, just making this happen. He broke the single season record for touchdown. Now, Peyton Manning came and beat it the next year with like 52. You think a guy could throw 50 touchdowns because of a coach and win 5 Super Bowls? You're a dope if you believe that.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I mean,
And I see who's in the chat,
part
Daniel.
of it. I mean,
I
part
see
of
you.
it. Part of it is the play calling.
I mean, yeah, but you don't think Peyton and Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers, they're calling their own plays a lot of the time. They're allowed to. It's a few people, but they're allowed to audible out of any situation. So,
Oh yeah, when you look down the field and you see that things aren't gonna.
but Tom Brady does that a lot. So I'm just saying, hey,
And I mean, and the last thing is, like, you're saying it's completely okay to cheat and bend the rules as long as you win. As long as you're a winner, the rules are malleable for you. That's your statement.
number one, they've never really proven that Deflategate even
What about
actually happened.
Spygate happened and Deflategate.
Spygate had nothing to do with Tom Brady.
Oh, come on.
So,
Him
wait.
and Belichick were in the back watching those videos
So back
together.
in 2002, he had that kind of stroke on the team. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
think so.
Oh, yeah.
That was not the Tom Brady that we see today.
Just admit the man cheated. It's okay.
I don't know he cheated.
He
I'm
cheated.
not going to go around.
He bent the rules.
I'm not going to go around slandering people like we'll talk about later. The Covington Catholic boys. I don't go around slandering people without evidence. Okay,
I don't know,
that's
but
not
don't
what
know
I
if
do.
That's an accurate statement. But
Well,
okay, let's move on.
Okay.
Enough Tom Brady.
Movies. Movie suggestions for this week. Now, I want to talk about the first one, which has hit the internet this week. And I'm telling you guys, I know, Lee, you don't watch a lot of movies, but you've got to go watch this documentary. It is freaking hilarious. It is called Fyre, The Greatest Party That Never Happened. Now, they have a documentary on Netflix, and there's another one on Hulu. These 2 docs come out at the same time. Are you guys familiar with the Fyre Festival at all?
No.
Lee, are you familiar with the Fyre Festival?
Of course I am.
Okay, so John, basically this guy put this festival together, was marketing out the wazoo, did a great job, and then, well, it'd be like us putting together a festival in like 4 months. It was about that bad. So it follows that story. There's a scene in this movie where this older guy, I don't even want to spoil it for you. It made me laugh. I still laugh about this guy every day when I think about it. I want to tell you so bad, but I want you to watch the movie. It's unbelievable.
Tell us.
Do you want me to retell you the scene? Okay,
Yes.
so this guy, they run into where they need a permit for water. So they've got nothing on this island where they're throwing this music thing.
They had like
they don't have the bands, bro. They
No,
don't have.
They had like survival tents.
Yeah,
like, for
FEMA tents.
FEMA tents.
That FEMA left there. They were putting.
Oh, I didn't even know that FEMA had left.
They were putting the people in those tents and calling them luxury tents. Anyways, so they got water. They don't have any water, so they get these bottles of water sent there on a truck or whatever. Flew in and on a truck, and they don't have the permit to have the water imported into the island. So this older guy who's like, he's just like a helper to the main guy, and he's like, he called me up and he said, "I need you to take one for the team." And I'm thinking, all right, does he want him to get arrested? And he goes, me being the gay man I was, he said,
What?
He said, "I'm going to go need you to take care of business." And he goes, and he meant give the guy oral. That's what he meant. I believe they say that. And he goes, "Well, I didn't know what to do, so I went and took a shower. I went and brushed my teeth. And I started driving over there to take care of business." And the way he says it, man, I couldn't believe this thing. I was like, this dude running this festival literally told one of his employees, go over there and give somebody a blowjob. Like, unfreaking believable.
Would that be a misogyny alert?
That's on a whole nother level, bro.
Alert.
I mean, wild times. This documentary, the style is amazing. It's shot well. And really, I'd like to talk to this guy. I mean, he's in jail now, but I would like to, I mean, they get into that. But his marketing was unbelievable. I mean, unbelievable.
Well, if spending hundreds of $1,000s on celebrities on Instagram is unbelievable, then sure.
Huh.
If lying to people's face straight up and promising them a whole bunch of things with zero intent of delivering on it is remarkable, then yes.
Well,
that's advertising at its finest.
But I think at the beginning, I think he really thought he could do it. That was the problem.
Yeah, I think they did, but no, So the problem was they had every chance. Even the people on the island were like, you need to get this person involved. And they were like, no, we're good.
Dude, if a person came up and said, this isn't going to work, they were fired. There is a guy at the beginning. This is another great dude. There's so many great people. This guy goes, yeah, I was the pilot for these people. And he goes, yeah, I just recently got my license pilot, but I've flown a lot on Flight Simulator. I mean, that's really good stuff. I've done most of my flying on there. They've hired this dude who has just got his pilot license to be like their main pilot. And and he's flying them upside down and doing like 3G. It shows us.
He was good.
What they made? Would you trust someone that said that? Like, well, I mean, real life experience, no, but I've done a lot of stuff on the computer. It's like the same thing, is what he said. But that's
what I thought was funny was they had a tractor trailer with everyone's luggage in it, and they just pulled it up and just opened the doors, and they're like, "If you want your luggage," so like no tags or anything. So like everyone at the festival just started passing luggage down a luggage line.
I mean,
it didn't matter.
Pretty messed up.
There was no entertainment. None of the
all the bands,
of the acts couldn't go.
They all canceled. They're just like, bro, what are you even talking about? So anyway, great doc. Please go check it out. It's on Netflix. It's called Fyre. It is well worth the time. It's one of the better docs I've seen in a while. But then I went to the movie theaters and I saw the best superhero movie of the year, no doubt. One of the best movies of the year of 2018, no doubt. Wish I'd seen this when we were doing our best year-end list. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Oh my God, John, you saw this, right?
I saw the movie.
Okay, so what did you think of it?
I thought if you were to make a cartoon or movie, whatever, it's animated, it is as close to pulling it directly out of the comic books visually than I've ever seen, ever done. Yeah. In any way, shape, or form.
Oh, the beginning is. I was just watching the beginning, going, "This is amazing." The style of how they're introducing everything, how they introduced every character. There's heart in this movie.
There's a lot of humor.
Oh, it is.
It's really.
Let me tell you, it's better than Black Panther, straight up. And we'll probably. I mean, we can get an Oscar nominations, whatever. Black Panther got nominated for an Academy Award. Like, wild to me, dude. I mean, I think it's a great superhero movie. It is not an Oscar movie. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I could
What
be
makes
wrong. Do
something
you
an
think it's an
Oscar
Oscar movie, John? I mean,
I don't. I think it's they took superheroes plus Hamlet,
right?
and that's Black Panther.
Yeah.
Hamlet?
Yes.
I mean, there's so many movies that got like First Man didn't even get nominated, and then I'm confused.
I think The Lion King,
Yeah.
because it's kind of, I mean, it's got a Hamlet-esque
Yeah,
story
for sure.
too.
Yeah.
I thought The Lion King was better than Black Panther.
I would probably agree with that. I would agree. It's more memorable.
Well,
for
what
sure.
makes something Oscar worthy? Like, what is the criteria for something to be Oscar worthy? Judging by past Oscar winners.
Usually it's something that's very emotionally deep. It takes art chances. It's like it's shot differently by these directors and auteurs that are really pressing the limits of film, and just a great story that sticks with you in your gut. Like La La Land, I always talk about like all the time. I love that movie so much. That's an Oscar film.
I recently saw that one. It's really
Oh,
good.
you saw La La Land?
I finally saw it.
Okay,
Yes.
you tell me without giving it. You tell me the ending was not, dude.
It was on point.
Oh, it hit me in the gut, dude. I'm
Because like no one's really to that degree.
yeah.
No one's depicted an ending like that.
Oh, my
There's been sad endings
Yes.
in movies, but no one's gone
Oh,
to that length
it breaks my heart
to
every. Yeah.
show the juxtaposition.
man.
What movie are we talking about?
La La Land. It breaks my heart every time I watch it. It is so good because, and I love Moonlight, which came out the same year, and that's another Oscar film, which is a deep look into a gay black kid growing up and the struggles he goes through, and it goes through his life, 3 different periods. Fantastic movie. And the reason I say I like La La Land better because I can identify more with having my heart broken like that than I can. I love Moonlight. I've seen it multiple times, but I can't
identify
I can't
because you
identify
haven't lived.
Yes, you know.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, Spider-Man and Spider-Verse. You have. I'm
Do
telling
you
you.
dance and sing?
Who?
You.
Do I dance and sing? No.
No, but
Wasn't
he's had his heart broken.
Wasn't La La Land mostly dancing and
Well, I
singing?
mean, no, not really, not mostly. I mean, it's in the film.
I just thought it was.
It's
a
so
heavy
good. It's such a
feature.
good movie.
It's a musical, but besides that, I mean, he hits on. There's a big jazz theme that goes into the movie.
Yeah.
Besides that,
Oh, I want to watch it right now. Can
let's
we
just-
stop the podcast and
we
watch
could.
La La Land? Because you will see me cry probably at the end.
We get banned from YouTube again.
I was on a
back
flight. I was on a flight watching that movie
Ooh,
over
that's
to
a-
Japan, and I just had to stop it like 5 times because tears are just coming out of my eyes. I'm just like, oh my God, such a baby, but so good. But Spider-Man's really great. I mean, I said the characters are great, the story, the heart, everything, fantastic, man. How did this movie get made? I mean, I'm just confused by it. Like, the studio usually screws things up, you know? I mean, especially Spider-Man wise.
I mean, if you're doing a comic book movie and you've got Nicolas Cage in it, how can you go wrong?
That's true. And Nicolas Cage is in Spider-Man and Spider-Verse. So I'm just saying, if you're going to go check out some movies this week, those are 2 I saw, which are fantastic and amazing. So go check those out for sure. So there you go.
All right.
All right. Well, we got some news to get into.
Let's just keep it with the pop culture.
Let's keep
You
pop
want to?
culture
'Cause
going. Yeah.
People have been enraged on the internet
Me.
over this new
Yeah.
Weezer album.
So I wake up at 5 in the morning. I'm sitting there, feet are getting, making sure she's ready before I leave the house. And I see that someone has tweeted out that Weezer has a new album. I was like, whoa, that's awesome. Weezer new album. It's called the Teal album because it's colored teal.
Because it's still.
If you don't know, Weezer names all their albums like a lot of them on the color of the album or whatever. So I'm like, sweet, let me check out the songs. All
This
right.
is what, the 4th color album?
Where they had blue,
green,
red,
red.
green, white.
Oh, white. That's one I forgot. Okay.
Well, technically, the Blue album was it called the Blue album?
Well, it is now. That's what they call it now. I mean,
But what was it?
It was
It was
called
just
Weezer.
called Weezer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but now it's called the Blue album because they've had multiple
Version
albums called
2?
Weezer. No, this is called Weezer. Anyways, I look at the track listing, okay, and I'm like, all right, track number 1, Toto, Africa. Okay, I get it. You covered it. It was successful. Do you have the track listing up?
The top ones are it's
No,
an all cover.
Scroll
so
down.
no
No,
scrubs.
I didn't want to read some of the titles to John to see. I thought I had the title listing. No. So here's some of the. So I start looking. I go, Take on Me. Okay, they did 2 covers. Cute. All right. Then I start going. Wait a second. Paranoid. Happy Together. Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Mr. Blue Sky. Stand By Me. I go. This is a cover album. Weezer has put out a freaking cover album, dude. This is so dumb. We talked about weeks ago. Was Weezer done? They're done, dude. You name me I want you to name. No, you name me a band. You name me a real band that you like that put out
An entire.
deep in their career, entire cover album. You can't do it.
First
There's
off-
no way.
Well, with the exception of Christmas albums.
Yeah, no Christmas
No
album.
Christmas albums.
No Christmas.
Okay,
album. That's next.
I know one band that did it, Perfect Circle, and that album was terrible. Nobody wants to hear these stupid covers.
Okay,
you know why?
stop,
Because
stop,
those songs,
stop.
those songs are good enough. You listen to the actual
Well, the thing
song,
is
dude.
like they also covered one of my favorite songs by the Cars.
Just What You Needed,
Yeah,
Magic.
now I'm
Okay,
just
it
said
doesn't matter.
Anyway, but they did it almost just like the Cars.
Oh, Weezer did.
Yeah.
For the Cars 2 soundtrack
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
And my thing is, if you're gonna do a song almost exactly like the original band, why are you covering it? There's no
that's
point.
what
Okay,
I
I'll
think.
tell you
I
why.
agree.
Okay,
I
I'll
agree.
tell you why.
It's about that money.
Okay, so first off,
All it
David.
is.
First off,
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago, we were the ones throwing Weezer under the bus. You were the ones putting them up on a pedestal.
I tried.
You were saying that if you have 3 good albums, you're a shoe-in for the Hall of Fame and you're a legend of rock and roll. That was basically your statement. I'm not quoting you on that,
Hey,
but
go
you
ahead.
agree with that, right?
Yeah, sure.
So you had already put Weezer in that category. So according to you, no matter what they do from this point, they're in.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. No, that's fine.
Okay, so they had released that Toto cover, and people lost their mind about it.
I don't understand why it's not even that
People
good of a
lost
cover.
it's not, but people love it. People that
Yeah,
the
you know why?
masses listen.
Because people like the song, dude. The song. People love that
That
stupid
people
Toto
weren't
song.
playing. If people loved the song that much, they would go listen to the Toto version. But people were playing Weezer's cover of it. People loved it. The masses, which are, at best slightly dumb, on average.
Yeah, they're very
like
dumb.
if you do the.
They're very dumb.
Okay,
yeah.
maybe I was
Not
giving them
slightly.
So these people love it, and that's what they wanted. And Weezer was smart enough to go, why don't we just do an entire album and people will love it, and they will. Look at the songs that they picked. People will love every single one of these songs, and every fan of every genre will find one song on the album that they love. They go from Benny King to Black Sabbath to Michael Jackson. I mean, it's such a wide spectrum. How can they go wrong?
I will not. I want you to understand what I'm saying now. I will not be listening to this stupid album.
Of
I don't want to
course
hear
you
these
won't.
stupid songs.
They don't want you to.
Yeah, no, they want everyone to, but
They
I'm
don't
not
want
going
you
to.
to.
Make it stop already. This is bad. Just stop being a band. Then they're coming out with a new album next month.
This was
So
just,
this is a money grab. It's a money
It's a money grab.
It's
Let's
a
get us
money
in the
grab.
limelight.
Wait a second, Kanye-
so people will see so
It
make money
is.
off
Thank
of the
you.
new album. That's
Kanye West came out with like 4 albums in
And
2
they were
weeks.
all original material. This is literally you booked studio
The thing
time
is
to record
like-
these stupid covers, dude.
I mean, we've knocked Kanye for the stupid stuff that he does in the media, but he's doing the same thing. But he's not wasting money on studio time.
Right.
First off,
He's just getting in front of any
Okay.
spare camera he can find.
Can I-
That's free, baby.
can I just
True.
first off say every song on Kanye's album was a sample of a famous popular song.
Okay, well,
all right,
no,
90%
that's
of
fact.
all hip hop
Untrue.
music is sampled from the best music of all
Stop.
space
I want
and
you to stop right
time.
there.
But guess what? He's still changing it. He's adding something to it.
Wait, sample popular songs, brother. I could play you kind. You wouldn't know any of the songs he sampled.
Genie
I
in the
guarantee.
Bottle.
But Genie in the Bottle. Are you smoking crack, bro? What are you talking
He
about?
sampled Genie in the Bottle.
I'd have to see that in front of me. I don't remember the
Well, I've
song.
sat in this room and listened together.
I don't
about
remember this. But anyway, go ahead. So you're making fun of the entire hip hop.
I'm saying
hip hop
these
structure, not
covers.
just Kanye West. So
I
every rap.
I enjoy covers.
You
I
just
think
knocked
they're
'em.
cool.
Oh, covers.
I think covers are fun. Someone in the chat said people don't want to hear music they don't know. You have connections with these great classics, and then you get to hear a modern band that's really good. Do it. I think it's
Play
fun.
it exactly the same way.
I think samples are fun.
I love covers too,
Fine.
but change
Oh.
it up.
I love you. You literally, hip hop is fun, guys. It's a fun little genre of music.
so fun.
A little rap is a fun genre. They're just having fun with their little beats and
For
you know, they're not. It's just fun, guys. There's no seriousness in rap or hip hop. You understand what you're saying right now? You write that down right now because
Those guns are so silly. Silly guns.
I just like rap. It's fun. I like that. Rap is
Rap
fun.
is so
I'm gonna
fun.
make a poster where we go rap. It's fun.
Gee golly.
Hey guys, I'm gonna show up with some salmon shorts and some boat shoes.
I wish you would. I get on this
The
Weezer
record
album.
scratches. Hey guys, why'd you stop the music? It was fun.
It's fun. I just this annoys me. I loved Weezer, man. I
mean,
love
in that
Weezer.
vein, I mean, I love covers that are done in a different vein. Dynamite Hack, Boys in the Hood. That's an awesome cover.
It's kind of gimmicky, but I like it too. But I like covers. So what about cover songs that are better than the original or more known? For an example, Black Crowes, Hard to Handle.
Yeah, that's fine.
What about the entire Led Zeppelin catalog?
Okay,
Well, you look at Nirvana covering David Bowie.
Ripping Led Zeppelin, trying to throw that.
I'm
Lee
not
tries to
ripping
throw.
them.
Lee tries to throw things under the
But
radar if
thing
you've
is,
never noticed it.
those are they're done in a
See?
different style. They're
He's
not
saying-
done exactly the
Have
same
you heard
way.
that? Have you heard the Weezer album?
This one?
Yes.
I've heard the Toto song. Sounds
Okay.
exactly
Toto
the
song
same.
is not on this one. So
Yes, it is.
Oh,
It's
is
the
it?
first track. Yeah. Oh yeah, Lee.
Slightly different.
Their most
Oh
popular.
yeah, they're not singing in falsetto for no scrubs, so they're doing it in baritone voices. Ooh,
I'm sure they have that. I mean, the song is not going to sound like the CD off. It's not going to be a studio version. It's going to have a Weezer-esque. Even Toto doesn't sound exactly like the original. They kind of made it their own, especially in parts.
they didn't really make it their own. It's still in the same vein.
I mean, what do you want them to completely change the song? Like new notes? New
Just don't
drums?
No.
make this album.
No, here we go. Let's take our own example. We were in several bands together.
Oh, so your stuff.
Okay.
All right, let's talk about your
No,
stuff.
I'm
What
talking
you
about
did.
our stuff.
This is out of the
Our
David
stuff.
playbook right here.
This is our stuff. We did "Suspicious Minds" by Elvis.
Yes.
Sounded just like
No,
the
it did
No
not.
way.
No way.
It had the same melody, the same rhythm.
We added words, and the rhythm was not the same. I was on drums. I would know.
I would say we covered.
We took out some of the chords and
That's
added different
true.
ones.
We did "Leaving on a Jet Plane." Sounded
added-
nothing like the
It
original
sounded
song.
exactly like
Oh my god! The only song that sounded the same to what we did regularly was the Ramones. That was it.
Yeah.
Blitzkrieg Bop. That's
No, every now and then you would play a cover song of
But-
"Creep" by Radiohead,
it.
and that
Once or twice.
But with the Blitzkrieg Bop, I mean, we played in that vein.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, it made sense.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
oh, so it makes sense when you're doing it.
if it's in the same vein of the people that originally did it, yeah.
Yes.
But No Scrubs is not in the
Okay,
vein of
okay.
Weezer, number one. And number two, we did not record. We did not record and put it on an album,
True.
Blitzkrieg Bop.
Okay, but you just said that you love Dynamite Hack doing "Boys in the Hood."
Because they changed the vein. That's
So
a
you've never
completely
heard
different
No
song.
Scrubs?
He has not heard it. To be fair, yes.
Okay, so you're throwing them on the bus on information you don't even have.
Yeah, because
Okay,
I've
just
got it.
making
Yeah.
sure. I'm going to write that one down.
Go ahead.
For
Go ahead.
apology next
I
week.
think it's embarrassing.
But you know what? I'm
truthfully.
not apologizing until you prove me wrong.
This
No,
is,
the point is you're saying things that you don't know.
that's true, John.
That's the apology. Like, even if you're right or wrong, it doesn't
Everybody
matter.
bluffs. Everybody
so, okay,
bluffs.
Is that a
John-
key? Is that a key?
Everybody
Everybody
bluffs.
bluffs. Okay, anyway, I'm just disgusted by this. Let's real quick. Let's get into this Covington Catholic
Okay,
affair.
I know this is an issue that's bothering you. I can tell.
All right, so
I'm not real familiar with this story, so give us the whole background.
I'm gonna give you the meat of the bones and I'll
Meat potatoes.
meat potatoes, whatever it's called. Okay, here's how I'll give you a timeline of what happened. Okay, so the first thing that comes out is these kids are in high school and they go to Washington D.C. with their school for a pro-life rally. So you already see where this is going, John.
Oh yeah.
And they're wearing Trump hats, MAGA hats. So you already know where it's going. So somebody grabbed a 15-second video of this Native American, authentic Native American guy. He was there for a Native American event or something. I guess in Washington, D.C., there's just groups of people just all hanging out, doing their own thing. So anyways, so in the video, this guy, this Native American, is beating this drum in front of this young kid. He's like 15 or 16 years old. And the young kid's standing there, and he's kind of got he's kind of smiling uncomfortably. He's got a smirk on his face. He's wearing the MAGA hat. And that went out, and everybody on Twitter just racist. This guy, look at these kids. They're bad kids. They're being disrespectful to this guy. Celebrities are going. One celebrity goes, if someone finds this guy and punches him in the face, it's a country music artist. I forget his name. He said, I will send you my new album autographed if someone can find him and punch him in the face. Now, this isn't a grown man, a grown adult. advocating
What about
violence
kids?
against teenagers. And Kathy
weird.
Griffin was like, I want their names where something can be done about this. She's trying to dox these teenagers. Like, I want their addresses,
So
phone
they
numbers.
were wearing a MAGA hat.
Yes. And so,
Not ironically either.
no, they support Trump. So,
So just so you know, a MAGA hat is not a Trump supporting thing. It is the modern day.
Oh, here
it's
we
the modern
go.
day imagery for a racist like
That's
subculture
well,
of like this
I disagree.
ultra conservative behavior. Just so you know.
I disagree.
I
It's very
disagree.
similar-
That's how some people may view it.
No. It's no different than like wearing a rebel flag, and then like a lot of people wear a rebel flag and go, "What? I don't understand the problem." But everybody else knows what's up with that person. Okay, that when you see someone wearing a MAGA hat, you can pretty much judge their character.
I know people wear MAGA hats, and they
you
are
know
good
their
people.
character. I didn't
Yes.
say okay, whatever.
They're not
good-
racist. They're
good
definitely not
people.
racist people. I mean, but hey, you
It's
know what
just
I
for
do?
Trump
You know what's
support.
funny that I do? I just judge people based on their character, not what clothes they're wearing or what color their skin is. It's funny that you can judge people based on certain parameters and you get away with it. So you're judging someone
Okay,
based
well-
on a hat they're wearing.
Okay,
and
let me
that's
throw
totally
it-
cool,
let me
right?
throw it out
And
here.
let's see what's the hat mean? Make America. So you're pro-America.
Okay, so we know what John. Okay, let me ask you let me frame it another way.
Okay.
You see a guy coming down the road in a KKK hood.
Yeah, Lee, that's a little
Okay,
bit different.
so you do it too. So you see a guy coming down the road in a rebel flag hat.
okay?
What are your impressions of that? Oh, he's
Redneck.
okay. So the same thing with a MAGA hat.
But I never
It's
said
all in a similar vein.
No,
Well,
but
the thing
it's
is
just different
that to be a
degrees.
redneck is not necessarily a bad thing.
exactly. I wouldn't. No, I'm not. The Klansman, yes,
Heritage,
Lee.
not
I would
hate, right? Heritage, not
the
hate.
Klansman, I would judge instantly. Yes,
Because that's a uniform.
Yes.
That's different.
that's
Okay,
not.
so you
yes.
have to understand how people are going to judge people instantly
if
because
somebody's
of the
wearing
MAGA
a
hat.
cop uniform walking down the street, you're not going to. I mean,
Can I finish, please? It is the modern day KKK hood. Okay,
that's dumb. But anyway, let's
I
get back to the
disagree.
story.
You want to hide behind like, oh, it's this "Make America Great Again." We're trying to protect our family. We're
I'm
pro-Trump.
gonna tell you what, Lee.
What it boils down to is these people feel hate in their heart, and they connect with it. And when they put that hat on, they feel good about the hate.
the
so they're
pro-lifers.
pro-life, have hate in their hearts.
when did I say anything about pro-life?
well, they were there for
That's
a pro-life
what they were
rally.
there for.
Okay, so if I wear a KK hood to a pro-life event,
There's probably some good in you, possibly. I don't know. You think every Klansman's a piece of shit? I mean, probably.
I
but,
mean, I'm not
but
saying
some
like,
of them are
these
ignorant.
people aren't redeemable or whatever. I'm just saying you have to understand when these people put on the hat, they're doing it with an intention.
Daniel said you've lost your mind. I think that, and I do mean this. I think that's the
That's
dumbest
fine. You
thing.
can-
I think
you
that's
can-
the dumbest thing you've ever said on this
So
podcast.
what's
You
your
don't think
answer
that-
to that? Outlaw the MAGA hat?
No, I'm not saying we should outlaw. This country has freedom of speech.
He,
We haven't outlawed.
wants, he wants his people marked where he can hate them without knowing them.
Yeah,
Anyways, let's
okay.
continue
Listen,
on.
I
with
think
sto-
you're missing the point of what I'm trying
no,
to say.
you're
completely.
being dumb. Saying
you're missing the point of what I'm
saying,
trying to. Completely.
MAGA hat's a racist hat.
So you don't think people are judged on what they wear?
Yeah, you shouldn't be doing it.
So
I think people are judged by their skin too, but that doesn't make it right.
That's what I'm saying.
okay,
So,
the difference, and we've talked
so-
about this
so-
quite a bit. The difference is, one, you're born with your skin, and there's nothing you can do about it. You have no choice in it.
okay.
The other one is the clothes that you put on. You pretty much choose. So when you put on the MAGA hat, you're not being born into the system. You're making that choice.
Well,
and maybe some people are born into it, but
anyway,
you can make the choice to pull it off. You could never make the choice to
So,
change the color of your skin.
you know what? I actually thank you for that because Lee summed up everybody on social media before the entire story was revealed. Before and now, the power have said, and now for the rest of
Okay,
the story.
Now for the rest of the story.
So somebody videotaped the entire event, and no one mentioned the Black Israelite power group that was over there yelling at the kids the entire time. And this is a radical religious group that apparently hates white people, hates gay people. But hey, dude, they're black, dude. They're cool. No big deal. So that came out. So already we find out there was a little back and forth. Hey, these are 16-year-old kids, dude. Come on,
Two
man.
wrongs don't make a right,
No,
man.
but they weren't doing anything like they were doing. People there were like, yeah, those people were bad. You know, like the preachers that hold up the signs, you're going to hell,
well,
you know.
obviously those people's behavior is not.
Okay, so here we go.
It's not good.
So we find out that the Native American who claimed these kids were up in his face, he approached them. Camera shows it. He comes out of his way to approach him and get 2 feet from this guy and starts beating this drum in his face. Now this guy's like, I want an apology. Want an apology for what? You literally walked up to a 15-year-old child and was beating a drum in his face. So this guy now is demanding an apology.
And what did the kid do so bad to he smirked?
Yeah, he smirked.
He smirked.
He smirked. And because he's wearing a MAGA hat, now most media is telling you now, and I'm talking both sides, that they messed this story up. That they're reporting on things without getting any information. They're all wanting to get to the big story. I want the gotcha moment. I want that video up on our feed where everybody come here and do it. And they're not looking into these stories. They're running a 15-second clip out of an 8-hour day. And you're right.
I mean, there's nothing new. Both sides do it. That's the state of America, okay? That is the state of America. And the reason that we're here is largely because of TV and TV advertisements. Human psychology. And you guys won't listen to me.
Please back to the TV.
But the news has figured it out. When they show those MAGA hats staring down the Indian guy, that generates more revenue than telling the truth.
You're right. 100%, yeah.
So why would they tell the truth? What motivation does a for-profit news agency have to
you're
tell the truth?
None. And now these kids are getting death threats. These kids are getting death threats. They closed down the school the next day because...
I mean, it's not... Anyone that's threatening someone's life is already...
I'm
not
coming
in the right direction.
I'm coming to this. If you're online and you're advocating violence against any group, you are straight trash. You should be kicked off the platform immediately. You should. I
think it is against the rules.
No one's getting kicked for this. There's people all the time who go, I'm going to punch Donald Trump in the face. You can't do that.
Okay, first off, we have to start with Donald Trump, obviously, because he's already
he tweeted out something after this happened, and he said the kids were not in the wrong. And
no, I'm just saying Donald Trump has basically threatened people.
What are
threatened
my thoughts
Muslims when he first came in office? He immediately shut down all access to several nations so people couldn't get out.
Yeah,
he's threatened kids at the border, said you can't be in here and we're going to tear gas you if you do. We're going to tear gas you and and if you come to our country, we're going to separate you from your kids and put them in pens.
They're not supposed
How
to.
is that not
they're
a
not
threat?
supposed to be in the country. It doesn't matter. The point is.
So as long as you're not supposed to be in the country, we can treat those people like trash, and we can insult them on social media.
You can't stop them with
is
force.
What you're saying.
Oh, so a cop gets into a fight with somebody on a traffic stop. Is he not supposed to do that? Because it's a human being. Why can't he hit him with a nightclub if he has to?
I mean, they typically do, don't they?
But you're saying why should we, Lee? We're all human beings, man. Can't they just get along? And he can just let the guy go.
Sure.
Who cares?
Why not? Let's do that for now.
Right?
Let's see how that works.
So let all traffic stops go.
Yeah.
Who cares? They're just dreamers. They're trying to get to the next place. They're trying to get to a better place. Maybe they're trying to get to work. So why do we stop for cops?
I don't know. Why do
so no laws.
We probably shouldn't.
So the laws at the border, who cares? Just hey, you all want to come. Hey,
all right, so
every nation in the world, just come over here and let's hang out.
So there's a difference between enforcing laws and then preaching hate behind it. That is the point, okay?
And I will back up and say, you know what my thoughts of Donald Trump are. Not a fan. Not a fan.
But that's what I'm saying. Like these kids, I don't know if they had the idea themselves or if it's because their parents and their peer group is doing it and they're being influenced by other people are wearing the MAGA hat and they're making a statement with it.
Of course they are.
Okay, so you want to say like these
the
radical people and they're yelling and the Indian's up in his face. These kids were just as in the wrong.
No, wrong. And that's wrong. That's
someone
stupid.
needs to be educating these kids.
So if someone's wearing a Malcolm X hat, you have the right to go over there and just start giving them shit if you don't agree with what they say.
I'm not saying that.
Is the Malcolm X hat not a strong statement by a black man?
I mean, if you think it should be more.
Are you saying no?
I'm not saying. I'm not advocating violence.
So someone's wearing African dashiki. Is that not a straight? I mean, there's statements all around. You're right. Yes, there are statements made. It does not make those kids racist, horrible, or anything.
I think they have been misinformed, misled, and I think that they are putting a symbol of hate on their head.
So your statement, and I'm listening to podcasts.
Hold on, if he's a 15-year-old kid, right, and he's so easily swayed, then this 80-year-old Indian guy should not be going up into his face.
Okay, but we're not
banging
talking
a drum
about the
in
one
his
Indian.
face.
So it's just like
that's how this whole thing got started.
So I saw a picture that was from the civil rights era, where there is a black teenager sitting at a cafe and he's surrounded by the white kids with their jean, the very
I've seen the picture.
And they're all staring at him, and people made the same argument that you're making now, that those kids did nothing wrong. They're just sitting there staring. They're wearing these
Here's the difference.
clothes.
The picture you describe, a black man went into a restaurant and the white kids followed him in. That's the setup of the picture you're talking about. This situation, the kids literally were in another section of the area. This guy approaches them, and it ain't just him, it was a bunch of people with him as well. he approaches those kids.
It doesn't matter. You're so focused on this one incident that you refuse to see the entire picture that's going on in America. You're acting like because this Indian went and aggressed, if that's even what happened. If
Native
this
American.
Okay, sorry. I apologize.
You
I'll
should.
write that down.
Yeah, you better.
If this Native American approaches someone in one situation, that's what we should focus on. And that's not the point. The point is these kids are wearing
one question.
a racist symbol.
So I just want to ask you a question. So then your statement, then anyone that supports Trump is racist.
If you get behind the propaganda and the politics that he's spewing,
You're racist.
The only reason that you could be doing it is because you have so much hate in your heart that you agree with that.
Or
So I want you to answer my question. I don't want you to give a bullshit
No
answer
ifs.
around the world.
Yes or no.
Yes or no. If you support Trump today, January, whatever the day is, 2019, you're racist. You would say
If you support that
yes
hate
or no.
against people of
No,
different
no.
races, that
okay,
makes you a racist.
does that kid support hate?
I mean, he's wearing the MAGA hat.
Yes
so
or no? Does that boy support
I don't
hate?
know that kid. That's not the,
Exactly.
You guys are
Neither
so,
does that Native American man that beat
you
that
guys
drum
are
in his
so
face.
focused on this one incident that you can't come back and
No,
see
I'm
the
not going to
forest
sit there and say
of the
every
trees.
Trump guy is bad. I know multiple people that support Trump today that are good
Listen,
people.
I'm sure there's people that wear a MAGA hat and they're just really misinformed and clueless and they just go through the world aloof and they don't understand what they're doing. And that's fine. Maybe even a large majority of people do it. But the symbol of it's just known.
I got one last question for you.
All right. Then we got to get on your dear John.
What is
You
worse?
know
Hold
when you
on.
see
I
someone
want to
in a
ask you a
hat, you
question.
know.
What is worse? Him wearing that hat or someone holding a vote for Trump sign outside a voting facility?
The hat. The hat has become a symbol. It's become a statement. It's
Of
like
hate.
Yes.
Of who? Who is being hated?
See, you guys are so. that's what I'm
Answer
saying,
the
you're-
question. You said it's about hate. Who's being hated?
So what happens if you look at it? When Trump became president, all of a sudden, all these, it became okay to come out with these radical opinions and views about racism. It emboldened the population of these people, and they could put on their hat, and they would know their people, and they could go out in public and say, "Hey, it's okay to hate again. Look at us. We're making America great again, and this is how we're going to do it." And it's very clear, okay? And when you see someone with a MAGA hat and you two know it, you instantly make a judgment on them.
I mean, of course, everyone does.
That's
Of
all
course.
I'm saying.
I'm just saying they're not.
I assume that kid was wearing that hat because for the majority, most right-wing people are pro-life. They're there for pro-life reasons. That's why I believe that kid was wearing that
Okay,
hat.
so kids a lot of times do things in politics that they don't understand. I was a
Next.
board member of the Young
the
Republicans.
Chat's called it next.
Okay.
I just whatever.
They're kids.
It is what it is.
We're kids.
All right.
They're kids.
Let's soften things up a little bit. It's time for John and the Dear John for the ages. Here we go.
I'm already
You better be.
A board member of the Young
Chat's called it.
Republicans.
Chat's called it next. All right. It is time for Dear John. We got a little echo there, but that's fine. Lee's gonna read this one. This is a good one. Just do it. Just go.
All right, this one comes in. Dear John, I'm a 26-year-old married man, and over the weekend, me and my wife were celebrating our being together. We have no kids and started to tease each other around the house. As things got intimate and she got more undressed, and one thing led to another, and we ended up in the spare bedroom, which was odd, but a fresh adventure. Little did I know that she had planned some extra fun. As we were in the middle of the fun, she tied me up and strapped on a thing and proceeded to peg me. Yes, I am a straight male that has been pegged by a woman, and it was amazing. How do I tell my family I've enjoyed it and my pastor that I've sinned, or do I just stay quiet? Even though I didn't consent at first, the ending was amazing. I shouldn't even tell anyone this, but it was so great. Why doesn't everyone get pegged, or do they? Am I in a secret club now? From Shane.
A lot of questions.
Ain't
here.
no secret now, Shane.
If that's your real name.
Here's
Okay,
the deal.
break him down the questions because he had multiple questions
All
for
right.
you. He said,
Okay,
should he
so-
tell his family?
No,
Okay. Should he tell his pastor?
no,
You wouldn't tell you. That's a sin, though. Aren't you
no.
supposed
It's
to confess
not.
Okay. It's not. Okay, good.
It's a sexual
It's biblical sodomy.
It's
Okay.
it's
That's good
a
to
it's
know.
a physical sexual act that's partaking between you and your wife. It's not a sin. Is there? I mean, she didn't rape him, or maybe
No,
she did. I don't know.
no,
She
she kind of did.
She kind of, I don't know. He
I mean,
said he
well,
liked
She
it.
should
Yeah,
have.
it's
I mean,
not-
she should have kind of ran some things by him. Kinda
He did
tested
say
the
no
water
consent.
first.
Is it rape if you're with your husband or wife
It kind of
in this situation?
But I mean,
And he said I enjoyed it. I
he
was up to
almost
the experience.
instantly down with it. I mean, if he said, "Oh no, stop," and she did,
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So no, don't tell your friends. Don't tell your family. Don't tell the preacher. So he should stay quiet. Why doesn't everyone get pegged, or do they? Am I in a secret club now? That's
I mean, I imagine not everybody likes it. I mean,
Do
and
you like it, John?
I've never done it, so I don't know. I mean, I'm out of the loop on this one.
What are your thoughts on the old pegging?
I mean, I imagine it's a lot like other stuff. Some people like it, some people don't. I have no opinion on it because I've never done it.
Well, you have no opinion on it.
I've never done it.
Maybe like a finger?
So you
No,
don't. Do you only
nothing
wait a
is-
second? Hold on.
It's
A
Hold-
tongue?
wait.
exit only.
So you don't have opinions on things you've never experienced or maybe listened to before. Were you not the
have
same
some- I
person?
have some,
hold on.
yes.
At the beginning of the show, you literally were ripping Weezer songs you've never heard before. But now you say you can't comment on pegging because you've never done it before.
I have heard some Weezer songs, and I've heard Weezer
Can
covers.
you just give us the pegging bluff?
The what?
The pegging bluff.
You have to enlighten me, bro.
You're
What
the
are you
one talking about bluffing early. Just act like you've pegged before.
Is he in a secret club? How many people do you think are doing this?
Married couples. I'd probably say maybe max, maybe 20%.
Wow, that's a pretty big number. So that means if you're out with 10 of your buddies and you're all there
Two
with your
of 'em,
couples, two of them are probably pegging. Okay.
Well,
I mean-
we've had a friend that was like super against it at one time, and then like later on he was bragging about it.
Can you drop some names?
I can't. I'll give you a big hint. He kicked over a pile of rocks, looking at the Blair Witch.
Oh, we just told that
No,
story.
no,
Yes.
no. He would
Yes.
no. He told you this.
He told us all this.
Okay,
I
so
do not remember this.
coming in from the chat, it says she works at
Know
a
that.
sex shop, and she has at least 10 couples a day coming in to buy pegging gear and strap-ons.
Huh? You would be surprised.
Very trendy.
So the guy's good. You don't have a problem with this guy. He's cool. Thanks for
I
Shane.
think as long. I mean, he loves his wife. He's not cheating on her.
that we
She-
know about.
That we know about it. She's not cheating on him. That we know about.
Yeah.
So no, he's not in a secret club. It's
No,
very trendy right
it's-
now.
well, it's-
I mean, as far as telling your friends and family about it, we don't discuss what happens in the bedroom between ourselves and our wives.
And
amongst
honestly,
each other.
that's
That's
not even
just
the
not-
freakiest thing that you could be into, honestly, right?
I mean, there's people that look at
it's
Angelina
up
Jolie and Billy Bob Thornton. They were cutting each other and stuff. So
Well, Shane, Raquel Red, who's in the chat tonight, said, I suggest anal ease, a desensitizing gel. Game changer.
There you go.
This episode is brought to you by Anal Ease. Get it at, where does she work at? Lions Club? Lions
I
Den?
think maybe Hollywood. What is it?
I think you said Lions Den or something.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I
Okay.
actually don't know.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
so let's back it up. Let me just
Okay.
ask you one
Yeah,
more question.
back it up, all
Let
right.
me just
That
ask you one
happened.
question. Okay, so you're saying it's not the freakiest thing. So would you
no. I'm not into that.
would you rather
Oh, okay.
be involved in scat play or pegging? I'm assuming you've done
I mean,
neither.
pegging in that situation.
Okay, so
yeah, that's,
I'd probably have to agree.
Well, there you go. So
there you go.
It's-
It's still both freaky though. So
I mean,
all right, so John, so guy's good. Don't tell anyone. Keep it on the hush hush on the QT.
yeah.
Okay, there you go, Shane.
I would do the Barry Manilow and just shout it from the world. I
Mm.
mean, if it's that great, everyone should know.
All right,
You know?
Shane, you good. Thanks for writing in. That's good job. All right, there we go. So we gave advice. Now it's time to turn it up to give some ultimate advice. Major key.
So let me give you a major key. Where is the key?
That is not the key. I want the key.
Give us the keys. So let me give you a major key.
And you really do have the key.
Everybody stand up right now. Everybody. I got the keys now.
All right, it's time for a major key of the day. We had a few written down.
We've got some from the chat as well.
What are they saying?
I'm seeing the one that we had written down was everyone has to bluff, I believe.
Yeah.
And then we have another one that says put it in the pooper.
I don't know about that one. I don't know. That's a major key I'm getting behind. But Raquel Red had a good one in Facebook, but I forget where it is now. It's all right. So what are we going with?
I don't put it in the pooper.
No.
What's the other one
the
you
bluff
said?
one.
What'd you say?
Everybody's got a bluff.
Is that it? I'm hitting it.
You
Go.
really do have the key.
Everybody stand up right now. Everybody. I got the keys now.
There we go. That's major key.
Before we move on,
Uh-oh.
I've tried to make it a habit of being more faithful to our show and re-listening to our podcast / watching. I was watching last week's episode again, and we got to the major keys. I was just kind of gradually reading down the list, and I got down to "Don't go full hot dog," and I just could not stop laughing. So if you do get the chance, just read down those lists. Just go down memory lane.
Go back and re-listen to episode 150. I don't even know what that means.
I wore a hot dog costume.
Oh, okay.
Painted his face.
Oh, yeah. Todd. Yeah, Todd wrote in. He did too. Okay, gotcha.
Never go full hot dog.
All right. Well, there you go. Everybody has got to bluff. There you go. It's episode 126 in the books. Oh, we didn't get to blame your selfie this week. Well, guess we'll have to do it next week, right?
We can double it up.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Well,
we're doing
guess
it.
what? It's
All right,
time.
we'll do a bonus video.
Real quick. Oh, bonus video?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's episode 126. Maybe we'll stream I don't know what we're going to do about Blame Your Selfie. We're streaming it or not? I don't know. Okay, anyway.
Stay tuned after the show.
Yeah, after show. Episode 126 is here and come and gone, so thank you so much for listening. If you have anything you want to talk to us about, if you got opinions, thoughts, which we know you do, chat's blowing up with them tonight, please hit us up on social media. We are on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. All that is on our website, blameyourbrother.net. You go there. All the links are up there. You can different ways to find the podcast. We're on all the Apple Podcast, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, all that. If it's podcast, we're there for sure. And let's not forget to click on that Amazon link like John was talking about. Click on the Amazon link. Go buy stuff on Amazon. Please use our link when you start your purchasing, and then you can hook us up. And you can also get a BYB shirt, and we're streamed every Thursday on Radio Vegas Rocks. Go to radiovegas.rocks. That's the internet's best radio station, radiovegas.rocks. John, what else I got?
We also got some other news with Scoop Nashville being our big supporter.
Yeah, there you go.
And so we like everybody to bring us the news. So if you see an idiot of the week, if you see a misogyny alert that needs to be brought to your attention, email us, send us a voicemail.
There you go.
Get in touch with us. We want to know. Bring us the news.
Yeah, bring us the news. It's there, like John's saying. Get on the website. You can send emails right there anonymously. You can use a fake name like Shane did, possibly. I don't know, maybe it's his real name. Who knows? We'll never know. Or you can, like I said, hit us a voicemail. That is fantastic. Yeah, we're going to have an after show apparently. So if you want to keep hanging out, we'll figure that out. I guess we'll do it. We'll just stop the recording and keep going.
And keep going.
All right, so we're going to play the music and then hang on. If you're in the chat, we'll do a little Blame Your Selfie. Yeah, Blame Your Brother. Thank you so much. Download the new episodes. Come hang out with us every Thursday night, 8 p.m. And with that being said, Lee, is there anything else?
Don't blame yourself when you can blame your brother.
Burn this.
I'm sorry?
This must never be seen by anyone.
You want me to play it again?
Has anybody seen this?
Nobody has seen this.
They have to be found.
Welcome to
and
Memory of
talked
the
to.
Week. Today is Thursday, January 24th, the 24th day of 2019. There are 341 days left in the year. On January 24, 2013, Defense Secretary Leon Panetta announced the lifting of a ban on women serving in combat in the United States military. That is today's Memory of the Week. David, John, and Lee, back to you.
Hold on.
He's a peeping Tom.
Hold on. We normally do this. We got to go back and listen to what's happening right there. Hold on a second. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Why?
Just listen.
It's too beautiful.
He couldn't
Leave
eat
it like it is.
No, hold on, real quick. We won't talk this time. Just guys, if you weren't listening, let's sing for the background. Here we go.
Women serving in combat in the United States military. That is today's Memory of the Week. David, John, and Lee, back to you.
Fuck. Oh, that's weird.
Blame yourself.
Oh, we're streaming.
Yay!
All right.
We're back.
Hey, guys. It is time. If you're still hanging out, it's time for all you beautiful people to be featured in.
Honestly, when I first started doing this show, you said you have to take selfies of yourself and put it on the Blame You Selfie. And I literally thought you were insane. I was like, why would anyone take a selfie of themselves?
All right, time for Blame Your Selfie. All you, man, you came in big this week, so we are doing the selfie, Blame Your Selfie of the week. So, Lee, let's just go ahead and get started with this
I
bad
need you
boy.
to stall for
Okay, so what we ask people to do is if you want to take a selfie during the week, because we know you guys take them, we see them all over the place, take that selfie, use the hashtag Blame Your Selfie. That way we can feature you on the show, we can get you dialed in, you can have all that good stuff, and really brightens our day when we see a bunch of selfies, especially when we see new people. That's fun, and we love the old people as well. I mean, you look at the art for this, and I mean, dude, a lot of those people don't even hang with us anymore. So it's kind of wild. Like some of those people, I don't even remember who like that person at the far right. I don't even know who that is at the top
If
right.
you want to blame someone, you can blame me.
Okay.
Your brother.
Blame your
because
brother.
I am the art asset team.
Okay.
Evidently, you know.
Yeah.
He puts the ass in asset.
All right.
And it's a win-win. Like if you're trying to sell a product, trying to promote yourself,
there you
hit
go.
the masses.
Yeah, it's free advertising. Okay. First up, she was no, she was not in the chat tonight. This is Katie, Ball Pit Gangster. She said, anniversaries are a good excuse to finally wear the dresses I never get to wear anymore. And also, Pinwheel Pin. Hashtag boob decor. Wolverine's mom gave me. Hashtag blame your selfie. So there we go. That is.
So this is going to be an extended selfie version? Or are we going to talk about the person? Or?
We can. I mean, what do you want to say about Katie? I mean, she just celebrated, I believe, like a 2-year anniversary with this gentleman, a.k.a. Wolverine. And they seem very, like, happy together. She posts a lot about them going out and doing things. So I love it.
For those who don't know Katie, she sent some love to us a while back. Well, to Dave.
Yeah, bag of dicks.
A bag of dicks.
Hey, what
worth
are you gonna do?
every penny.
I love it. So yeah, but she is a old school blamer, man. She was here. She was here when she wasn't even in a relationship. That's how long she's been with the show. So there you go.
I'm glad that she's getting to wear dresses because before she was known for her multitude of different dresses, dress styles.
She's
prints,
back.
patterns.
Back baby. That's why nobody likes winter. That's why it's terrible.
Okay.
All right, here's that guy that does the memory of the week. So this is Michael Anthony. A lot of people tagged here. A lot of people tagged. Let's see. We got Gretchen Carlson, Miss America. Somebody, Bree of WKRN, Melanie Layton of Channel 4, and Traffic Jam Sam of Fox 17. He kind of get all the stations. He's like, I love them all. This is me proudly wearing my hashtag Miracle Band, and this is a arm, like a wristband. I ordered one. I have not received it yet, so I don't know if it got lost in the mail or what, but if you donate money, it goes toward, I believe, St. Jude, I believe is what it's for, or it's some organization like that helps children out. So we love seeing that, so that's good. I mean, if I have mine next week, I'll wear it, or maybe just got lost in the mail. Who knows? My wife did something really nice that, I mean, I guess I haven't told anyone really about this. This was about 2 or 3
Did it
weeks.
involve pegging?
Well, she married me. Yeah, there we go. That was me. I'm Shane.
Somebody's getting screwed.
Middle name is Shannon. No, we went out to eat at Waffle House like 2 weeks ago, and we just took the family out. Boys love it. I love it. Whatever. It was at night, and so we're sitting there eating, and this older guy comes in. He's a veteran. I mean, he's wearing like something that says veteran, and he's talking to the waitress about it. He was supposed to meet his buddy and something, blah, blah, blah. So he was getting something to eat. My wife went over there and got his ticket and paid for it, and then we left. I thought it was like super cool. I was like, I've always wanted to do something like that, but just never really done it. Just never really done it. I don't know, man. Like, you hear about people doing it at Starbucks and things like that, and I've always wanted to do it, but I'm like, I don't know.
Well, now, pay it forward, man. Now's your chance.
There we go. Well, I think we just did.
Next time we go out to eat, pay for my dinner.
Okay. You pay for mine.
No, I'm not the one saying I wanted to do it.
No, that's pay it forward, though.
No, that's tit for tat. That's pay it
Well,
forward
no,
is
but I
when
pay
you
it forward for
donate
him,
things.
and he pays it forward for me.
He's
so
paying
Well,
it
that's
back
okay.
if he does
That's
it for
fine.
you.
We'll start with me. You pay for mine. We'll
well,
start
why
there.
don't you go first, and then I'll
No,
cover.
you're the one that wanted to do it. You're
Well,
the one that wanted to do it.
I
I'm
do
trying
remember.
to make you happy.
I do remember Lee paying for some drinks and some pizzas a couple years ago at a party.
Well, there you
Well,
go.
he's paid for
So-
more. I mean, he's paid for drinks multiple times. We go out. All right.
All right, so the ball's in
There
your
you go.
court.
Next selfie. I bought him drinks before. Look at this. Look at this, man. This is amazing. This is from the Blame Your Brother account. It said, who's going to submit a selfie this week? Tag us. Use hashtag Blame Your Selfie. It's Tom Brady. Tom Brady stopped by my office this week to congratulate me on being one of his biggest fans. And he took a picture in my cubicle. So that was super cool of him.
So
He's not on Twitter, though, so we couldn't tag him. But
Yeah.
So do you wear that in the guest bedroom?
that is Tom Brady. I don't know what you're talking
He wears
about.
it on the back of his head, so when he's getting pegged.
I don't know how that would help me. That would mean my wife is into Tom Brady.
Hey,
I don't think she
what
is.
goes on at your house, man? We don't.
I would have.
We
to,
don't want to see
No, I
John's
would have to
torture
wear it.
dungeon?
I would have to wear
Mirrors
it.
on the ceiling.
Yeah, face a mirror. Yeah.
There you
We
go.
don't
But no,
wanna-
if
we
I
don't wanna
can't see the ceiling if I'm getting pegged, dude. I would have to be turned around to see the ceiling mirror, which I don't have. I mean,
So maybe your wife wears it.
okay.
And then you face a mirror,
There you go.
and then you're getting
There
pegged
you
by
go.
Tom
Okay.
Brady.
Nice. Not bad.
Okay, I knew you'd come around
Work that
eventually.
in. I'm
That's
starting,
what she said.
starting to warm up to this. All right, this is Adam Cox, our writer. He's got a piece coming out about the police in the next day or two. We're going to drop that. He just sent it to
The
me.
band or the
band.
organization?
Yeah, hopefully the band. I'm hoping the band. Yeah, he's from the UK, head writer at the website. He's a fantastic guy, and he's saying hashtag Silver Surfer. He's got the gray hair going on. I'm catching up with you, Adam. I'll be there soon. I think it's a distinguished look.
There you go.
Truthfully.
Squat up. Whenever someone posts a picture with reflective glasses, I always look and try to see if I can see any kind of like embarrassing detail or something
Yeah.
like that. I do think his selfie technique is kind of interesting. I don't. Maybe
Yeah.
I just don't take
Angles.
enough selfies.
Remember, it's all about the angles.
Yeah, yeah. So looking good. Looking
All
good.
right, next.
Oh yeah, and if you haven't read some of his other articles, you really need to.
Yeah,
They're good.
go to the website. There's an article button, and it gets you all the articles, and you can check them all out.
Also like the one about the dead medicine. What is it?
Jake. Oh, Josh
Baker.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
really enjoying those. I'm looking forward to part 2.
I am too.
Yeah.
Josh takes his time sometimes, but he
Yeah,
delivers.
it's worth it. It's worth
Yeah.
it.
So,
All right, here you go.
what are they talking about in the chat? Because Copper Top's like, one of those is just suggestive on the front, but naked on the back. I don't know.
She's
Okay.
still talking about you getting pegged by Tom Brady, or
Uh,
vice versa, or
oh,
whatever.
the body.
I think she said earlier in the episode that she wanted to fund a Tom Brady body pillow for you.
Oh, okay.
So you could have your dream come true.
Oh, okay, cool.
But evidently we're going to have to buy an upgraded version that has some attachments or something now. So I don't know.
Yatch. All right, Rusty G here. Eating my pizza with pineapples on the top. Blocked. Blocked. We're done.
Instantly.
Next.
I don't understand why, like,
This is, I don't know, man.
so like, what about mushrooms on a pizza? Like, why
Here's
is
what
that
I-
not weird?
Here's what it's because it's great. Here's what I say.
'Cause
I noticed. Now we're gonna go against kind of what Lee said earlier. I mean, I disagree with something he said. but
most of the time.
I noticed that most of the people that like pineapples on pizza might have voted for Trump. That's what I'm saying here.
What?
Well, Rusty probably voted for Trump, I would think, or he would lean toward voting more for Trump than Hillary.
A lot of people voted
and
for Trump.
Sarah
A lot of
Carr
Russians.
agrees and also definitely voted for Trump. Or if she did not vote for Hillary. So I would say they would lean more toward voting for Trump
Why are you bringing politics into
Uh,
pineapple pizza?
because it's disgusting.
Politics have no business with
I
pineapple
know
pizza.
somebody who hates pineapple on pizza, but they did vote for Trump.
Okay, well,
Theory busted.
it's always one-
13% that it's true, though.
Yeah, 13%. So, Robin said definitely did not vote for Trump or Hillary, but John has already said if he had to vote for Hillary or Trump, he would have voted for Trump, right?
If those were the only two choices, yeah.
Okay.
Still, to this day.
Yes, he just said it.
Okay, whatever. That's fine. I don't know. Why
Next.
does everything have to come to that? What are you
Next.
talking about?
No,
It's just a beautiful pizza. Look at it.
No, it's not.
I'm just
beautiful.
saying.
It's disgusting.
It looks like a homemade pizza.
disgusting.
Here's the thing is
Terrible.
I'm not mad at David for not liking pineapple. I'm mad at David for not liking that other people like it.
Okay, good
Let
point.
them eat their pizza, man.
It ain't right. It shouldn't
All right,
happen.
what's your dream pizza?
My pizza?
Yeah, is it pepperoni,
Pepperoni,
cheese?
black olives, mushroom. perfect.
I'm just saying, if you had to, gun at your head,
Yeah.
pineapple on the pizza
Oh, he'd take the
or
bullet.
anchovies.
I've never had an anchovy.
Oh,
That's-
it's so fishy.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but if you want to put anchovies
I mean,
on your
and
I'm
pizza,
just
that's
saying,
fine.
which one would you
I'd
eat?
probably try the anchovies.
Nah, I don't believe you.
I just gave an answer. You just
Oh,
said.
okay.
You literally just said which
Okay.
one would I pick. I would
So-
pick neither, but
I know,
what
but it
is-
supports my argument for me to say that I don't believe
I think
you, so
what-
that's where I'm going with
I think
it.
what John is trying to get at is, do you have a pizza topping that you feel is standard but you don't like?
Canadian bacon.
Okay, so Canadian. Oh, I see a theme here because Canadian bacon and pizza is what makes a Hawaiian. Maybe you actually like pineapple on a pizza. You just had a Hawaiian pizza and they put the Canadian bacon on it, and it's the Canadian bacon you don't like.
Listen here. Here's what I'm saying. On the show, I do have.
I think he just likes his pineapple cold.
I don't like pineapple. I don't like pineapple. I like
At
pineapple
all?
juice. No, it's disgusting.
Well, there you go.
But to put on
Pineapple
pizza is a real travesty. I mean, I like strawberries. I wouldn't put them on a pizza. I like peaches. I wouldn't put them on a pizza. I don't understand how this came to be that this is acceptable. It's
Because
dumb.
people did it and it was good.
But it's
That's
dumb.
why.
It's
That's all-
dumb.
It's
Well,
not
people
dumb. It's
do-
delicious.
I mean, people do dumb
I know a
stuff.
lot of people that don't like mushrooms. They're like, don't want
Well, they're dumb.
mushrooms on pizza. They don't think pizzas should ever have mushrooms on
Dumb.
it. But no,
That's
they're not.
dumb.
It's just some people
You go
like
talk
things,
to a
some
man
people
from
don't.
Italy. You go talk to an Italian man and you ask him about this, and he will not be cool with it. I
He
guarantee
won't be
you.
cool with any Americanized pizza.
Sure he will. Sure he will.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you've been talking to a lot of Italians.
You can ask Joey about it.
Wow.
Does Joey serve pineapple on his pizza? Because
it's on the menu.
I've never seen anybody order it.
It's on the menu.
I've never seen it.
If you ask for it, they will put
Listen,
it on there.
Joey will put anything you want on a pizza if you pay him
But
for
he'll
it.
judge you.
Okay?
He'll judge
He's
you.
judging you when you walk in the door. Let's be honest.
That's true.
here.
If you don't know what you want when you walk through the door, he's mad at you.
There you go.
Joey's kind of chilled out, though, truthfully. Okay. He has chilled out. No,
Ever
I
since
mean,
he's been hanging out with you.
Well, I mean,
he's always
Stephanie's pretty mad, though, all the
well,
time.
yeah, his daughter is.
Yeah.
Upset. Okay, I would be, too, if I had to sling those pies all day. All right, this is more from, Joanne Lee. Yeah. Is that her name? Joleanne? Oh, my goodness. Well, this is her.
Ann Joe Lee.
Is it Anjolie?
Yes.
Oh, I like the Anjolie. Anjolie. Okay,
Sure
so
she's never heard that.
this
before.
is at Dry I can't pronounce that. Tortiga's film. Mary May needs to be here to correct us on this, but she is doing a documentary about the Tortigas ocean area, and it is called Guardian of the Gulf. If you go to guardianofthegulf.com, go check that out. She is finishing it up, working on, a lot of stuff on the back end. So if you have a few dollars you want to throw her way, she would really appreciate that, and you would be helping a local artist, which is always a good thing. So go to guardianofthegulf.com. Thank you so much for another selfie this week. See, now you're in.
Did you say that right? Tortigas?
No, I'm saying like tortilla. It's the documentary about tortillas.
All right. Well, she's in the chat. She needs to correct us if we're wrong here.
That's probably always. All right, and then we have this is Mandy, Little Geek Lost at Cherry Cyanide with 2 N's, and it says cake donut. Oh, we didn't even talk about the cake donut fiasco.
We're about to though.
At Tim Hortons, it's called Old Fashioned Plain, and I love them. Hashtag fight me. Hashtag blame your selfie. All right, next.
She obviously loves cake donuts.
Let's
just go ahead and get into
I mean,
it.
when you look back at history and you find people like Jesus or Muhammad or
They're not
Buddha,
eating cake donuts.
you would find out that these people were often criticized for their beliefs because the masses didn't understand the gospel they were bringing to them.
I don't think that was accurate of
Well,
any
I would
of
say
those
Jesus
people.
was not well liked, John, at this time. Do you say it was?
He had
he was
12
crucified.
apostles
Well,
that followed
12.
around and did whatever he wanted.
I could find 12 people to do whatever I wanted.
Yeah, but could you find 5,000 to listen to you talk for hours?
Oh, for sure.
No.
I mean, 5,000 people have listened to this podcast for sure.
Not at one time. Foregoing food to listen to
Probably.
you.
We don't know that. Somebody could have been playing it at an event.
You're messing with this boy now. It's
Huh?
personal.
Yeah.
JC. But the point is, I'm preaching things that aren't popular now, but years from now, they will be accepted as the way of life, and they
I'm
will look at
just
you
saying,
two
I
as
think-
buffoons that were on the show that disagreed with the great Messiah. That's what
Actually,
I'm saying.
I think a lot of people would be on your side with this whole glazed donuts are the only donuts.
Well, let's find out. We took a poll to Twitter, and I said cake donuts are for losers. I stick by that. I will not apologize. So what do you think? Are cake donuts for losers?
I think Brepo nailed it right on the head. Blueberry cake donuts. Oh my God, so good. And she's right. Now every cake donut is not great, but a blueberry cake donut, when When they get a cake donut,
that's fine.
Right, it is good.
If the hot light's on at Krispy Kreme, it's in the chat. I got a Krispy Kreme glazed donut, any flavor you want, or I got a blueberry cake donut.
They only got two
options in front of you. You can only eat one.
Both.
No, you can only eat one.
I've never been to Krispy Kreme donuts and left with just
but I'm
one
saying,
type of donut.
you can only eat one. Which one do you eat?
I'm getting they got like a 12.
John, which one do you pick? The glazed or the cake in that store, in that situation?
Can I finish?
No, because you're bullshitting and you're not answering. The cake.
The cake.
You're full.
Here's what
okay.
Let me just tell you about Krispy Kreme.
See how that works?
I'm getting a dozen of the glazed.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm getting a dozen mixed, and the mix will always have a blueberry cake donut in it, and I'm always eating it, so I'm eating one of each.
I answered his hypothetical. You answer mine. Which of those do you pick?
Every time I go to Krispy Kreme, I eat a cake donut and a hot glaze. So I don't.
But which one? You can only pick one.
I mean,
Based
at least
on what?
defense. If you go someplace where they advertise a dozen,
You're at a work event.
gonna
Everyone
get
gets
more than
one
one.
donut.
I'm getting whatever's left.
No, there's.
Yes, I'm going to say like you guys go
two,
ahead.
There's two left. There's somebody standing behind. They go, hey, you get whichever one you want. I'll pick the other one.
I'm probably going for the cake.
Okay, that's pathetic.
No, it's not.
So
Because
the poll come in. 82% of people said no, cake donuts are awesome, and I guess 18% of you said yes, cake donuts are for losers. So that's good. It's almost 20%. I'll take that. That's my 12 disciples I need, and we'll ride into the sunset together. That's it.
Okay, that's your prerogative.
All right, there we go. Then we have, this is Heather Simpson, who has, you know what I love? I love when you're really at the top of your game, you got to really look at it like this. Hey, people come at you, you know, and they want to get a piece
People
of.
been coming after you?
That's really,
no, he said people at the top of their game.
Tom
so
Brady.
he's safe.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he's peaked, man. He's on the way down. If
No,
anything.
I'm still at the top, baby. Me and Tom Brady, we understand this. We're used to haters. This is how Simpson said, been busting Dave's chops all week. # blame your brother. # blame Brady. # blame Weezer. # blame your selfie. # blame Dave. He's the worst, okay? And I love it. I love being the worst because even if you're the worst, you're still the best at something. You really got to think about that. If you're the worst at anything, you're actually the best at being worse, so you're still the best. So, boom.
Winner.
Put that should have been the major key, whatever the crap is called.
Save it for next week.
That'll be next week then.
All right.
But we do love Heather. She's so
She
funny.
is amazing.
Extremely clever.
I love going
Just
back and
awesome.
forth with her. Trump, probably a Trump supporter. I'm pretty sure.
Probably does not own or wear a MAGA hat. I'm assuming. I don't know. I'm bluffing on that one. 13%.
I don't know about that.
Well, maybe that's the next poll.
I can't confirm she does.
Do you own or wear a MAGA hat?
Okay, Heather.
Let's see how that works
All right.
out on your poll.
Oh, it'd be very low. This is Copper Top, who's still in the chat hanging with us. It says, doing a peel-off mask. Hopefully it doesn't destroy my face. It's very confusing trying to put clear gel evenly over your face. Why is it clear? The instructions tell me to lay down for 20 minutes and daydream about being a queen. #queen, #self-care, #blame your selfie. Should we do this? Should we make a video where we use these face masks?
I have too much facial hair. I don't think that works.
Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll order one. Do
You
a
need
little
to.
video.
You're looking a little pory over there.
Yeah.
Should that be
It's
another
old age.
poll? Do we need to use this face mask?
I don't know. Maybe she can tell us if it worked or not first.
I think she pulled it off.
Well, I mean, I think she's pretty gorgeous the way she is. I don't
Oh,
think she really needs it.
wait.
Talking
Oh,
about
look
the
at-
particular, like, give us a Groupon-esque review of the minimize, you know? Not
Okay.
all face masks are treated equal. We want to do the best.
Face mask challenge. You get one of the Groupon ones. I get one of the regular ones. Yeah, that's a real fair comparison. All right, any more selfies?
Nope, that was the last one.
All right, well, thank you so much for hanging out in the after chat. You guys can keep hanging out, or I don't know how that works, but thank you so much for the selfies. Keep them coming, and I guess we're saying keep it moving because you can't. We're gone. We're out of here.
I just want to know what was being said in the back of that video.
I don't.
Was
do
there
you
an
want-
F-bomb?
Do you want to listen?
No, God, never again.
There was an F-bomb.
Okay, for sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe Michael Anthony will write. This is not part of the podcast. So if anyone actually stays with this video and watches it, Michael, we're gonna know if you're a super fan or not. If you're watching this, what the hell was going on in the background? You need to tell us. And if he doesn't answer us, we know he doesn't watch the YouTube videos.
There you go.
But I'll tag him and tell him he needs to watch it.
Okay, and remember to smash that subscribe button.
Yeah.
And set your alerts at max.
Yes, please, because we've got quite a number of subscribers. We want more.
Mike
Subscribe.
Fly, I'm talking to you, brother.
Mike Fly, yes sir. Dumbest, lamest
Mike
motherfuckers
Fly
on the internet.
and McFly.
We done?
We out of here.
Bye.